I'm under the impression that most suicide bombers are young men. I know there's an occasional woman and an occasional old person, and situations where little kids have been tricked into becoming suicide bombers. But from what I understand, it's a young male that is the classic suicide bomber. I know that we're hearing a lot that it has to do with religion, and this is a Muslim thing. I think it's more a young male thing. I know that there's strife and there's this injustice and it hurts all of us. But why is it that the older men are less likely to blow themselves up and women are less likely to blow themselves up? I think that suicide bombing, a lot of it might have to do with testosterone. We have a lot of it when we're young. I think about how I was when I was 20 years old. And if I was a 20-year-old Muslim Arab and there was injustice going on and I didn't have money and I was watching my relatives die, I could see myself potentially going down that path. Why is it my sister wouldn't go down that path? And is it that 25-year-old men are more brave than women? No. Women are the bravest people on the planet. Why aren't women blowing themselves up as often as men are? Well, one, I think that there are a lot of people out there, especially Muslims, that find the whole suicide bomber experience un-Islamic and unproductive. It has caused the demonization of an entire culture. It served a short-term goal, and it really does scare the enemy. It doesn't solve the problem, and it makes it easier for us to demonize. It's interesting that I think it was Syria, where Assad had said that they had all these men held prisoner in the soccer field, and they were going to let all the men over 40 come home. Why would you let the men over 40 come home and keep the young men? Why do you keep them? Because young men are full of testosterone. You can look at me and see the testosterone is waning. I'm less of a threat daily. Women have lower testosterone than these young men. So if you think that the passion that's driving you to act is religion and it's God calling to you, perhaps part of the calling you're feeling and hearing is a calling from your own biology, your testosterone. So my wish for the 20-year-old, 25-year-old, these young potential shaheeds is that they try to find another way. Because the deed that you do, if you end up blowing yourself up, you end up killing innocent people quite often and creating more injustice and more pain. And there will be many people that look upon you as a killer as opposed to a hero. When there are things you could do if you used your mind. You could be the key element of a revolution. How easy it is to blow up a building. How difficult it is to build a structure. See, it's that quick fix, that flash that a young person would go for. I mean, you can burn down houses all day. It takes a minute to burn down a house. It takes months to plan and build a house. Take that energy and that anger and that rage and channel it into building bridges. And when you're done building the bridge, maybe you'll have aged a little bit and you'll be waning in testosterone and that fire and that flame that makes you want to burst into flames and kill others. That isn't God. I don't think that's God talking to you. I don't think God talks to you and says, go kill others. Go kill innocent people. Go end your life. Your life is precious. God gave you a precious life and precious time to make the most of here on this planet. Let me know what you think.